Ever drive past a truck stop after midnight and see hundreds of massive rigs lined up in the dark? Engines humming. Cab lights off. Everything completely still. And for a second you wonder, why would someone sleep in a truck when there is a hotel right across the road? It looks uncomfortable. It looks lonely. It looks like a sacrifice. But what if I told you those parked trucks are part of one of the most sophisticated systems keeping modern society alive? And the reason that driver is sleeping inside that cab has almost nothing to do with saving money. The food in your refrigerator. The package arriving at your door tomorrow. And the products sitting on store shelves right now all depend on that driver staying exactly where they are. Once you understand what is really happening, you will never look at a parked semi-truck the same way again. Most people assume truck drivers simply stop whenever they feel tired. That is not how trucking works. Every mile a commercial driver travels is controlled by strict regulations. There is a legal clock running from the moment the day begins. And that clock decides exactly when a truck can move and when it must stop. In the United States, a driver can legally drive for up to 11 hours. But only after taking at least 10 consecutive hours completely off duty. After 8 hours of driving, a mandatory break is required. And weekly driving limits only reset after a long, uninterrupted rest period. These are not suggestions. They are enforced every second of every trip. Inside every modern commercial truck is a device called an electronic logging device. An ELD. It is directly connected to the truck. It records engine activity, vehicle movement, driving time, rest periods, and location data. Every ignition, every mile, every stop. Everything is tracked automatically. The driver cannot simply decide to keep going. The moment legal driving time expires, the truck stops. No negotiations. No excuses. The destination may be 20 minutes away. The customer may be waiting. The trailer may be full of valuable cargo. None of it matters. If the clock says stop, the truck stops. That means when you see a truck parked at 2 in the morning, the driver is not necessarily there because they want to be. They are there because the law requires it. But if they have to stop anyway, why not get a hotel room? The answer becomes obvious when you understand what modern trucks are actually like. Most people picture a truck cab as a seat and a steering wheel. That image is decades out of date. Long-haul trucks often have sleeper cabs. And these are far more advanced than most people realize. Behind the driver's seat is an entire living space. A full-size bed. Storage cabinets. Climate control. Power outlets. Refrigerators. Microwaves. Televisions. Internet devices. Coffee makers. Comfortable mattresses. Privacy curtains. And sound insulation. Everything needed to live on the road for days or even weeks at a time. For many drivers, that space becomes a second home. Now compare that to a hotel. A motel may cost $80 to $150 a night. But cost is only part of the equation. A tractor-trailer can be around 70 feet long. Most hotels were never designed for vehicles that size. Finding legal truck parking near a hotel can be nearly impossible. A driver may spend an hour searching for a safe place to leave the truck. Then there is walking time, check-in time, security concerns, and the fact that every minute spent away from the truck reduces valuable sleep. For someone who needs quality rest before another long driving shift, the sleeper cab is often the better option. Not because it is the only option, but because it is the most practical one. Then there is something even more important: the cargo. Most people never think about what is sitting inside those trailers. Prescription medicine, consumer electronics, fresh food, industrial equipment, high-value products worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes much more. Cargo theft is a massive problem. Criminal groups specifically target commercial freight. They study routes, track shipments, monitor truck stops, and understand driver schedules surprisingly well. They know exactly when a truck is likely to be unattended. That creates a simple reality. The safest place for many drivers is close to the load. Because from the moment that cargo is picked up, the driver becomes responsible for it. If something happens, questions will be asked, reports will be filed, investigations will begin, and responsibility often points directly back to the person hauling the freight. Sleeping 30 feet from the trailer is not just convenient. It is part of protecting the shipment. The truck may be parked, but the job is still happening. Now here is where this story becomes personal. Because this is not really about truck drivers. It is about you. Think about the food in your kitchen, a package ordered online, the medicine at your local pharmacy, the products stocked in stores before sunrise. Almost everything around you spent time inside a truck. Many of those products traveled hundreds or even thousands of miles. Along the way, drivers slept in truck stops, rest areas, distribution centers, warehouse lots, and parking spaces most people never notice. That strawberry you buy in winter, that laptop delivered to your house, that shipment arriving at a hospital. All of it moved through a transportation network operating around the clock. And every part of that network is built around driver schedules and legal driving limits. Even logistics software plans deliveries around mandatory rest periods. Warehouses schedule appointments around them. Retail stores schedule inventory around them. Entire supply chains are designed around those clocks. Yet there is a growing problem. The United States has roughly 300,000 designated truck parking spaces. But millions of commercial drivers. On busy nights, parking fills up long before midnight. Drivers are forced to search for any legal place they can find. Rest areas, industrial zones, warehouse lots, big box store parking areas. Anywhere the truck can safely remain until the clock resets. Because once driving time expires, the truck cannot legally continue, even if there is nowhere convenient to park. So the next time you pass a dark sleeper cab late at night, do not see someone sleeping in a truck. See the driver protecting a load, following safety laws, keeping a supply chain moving, and making sure products arrive exactly when they are needed. That truck is not abandoned. It is not broken down. And the driver is not simply resting. They are part of an invisible system working every hour of every day to keep modern life running. The truck stops. The clock resets. The driver sleeps. And before most people wake up, the journey begins again. That is the hidden story behind a simple parked truck. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. If you enjoy uncovering the hidden logic behind everyday things, subscribe for more deep dives into the systems quietly keeping the world moving.